Hello and welcome to Raising Your Isness, where we help you grow your wings, which carry you home where you come from. Winter solstice, Christmas, New Year. So much is happening within you. Perceptions changing, opinions changing, different views on life, on other people, on yourself, on everything. Do you sometimes feel like you're losing your mind? Do you sometimes feel that you don't belong? Well, you're not alone, so you do belong somewhere. It is not so bad when you get through it, actually. What is happening to you is shifts, upgrades, whichever way you want to call it. Every time you reach something new, your body, your energy body, emotional, all of you, is requiring you to view and feel everything from that new perspective. So when you tend to go back and try to view it from the old way, which you just graduated from, because the body remembers, so by memory you're just trying to go back. That's what it feels like losing your mind. Sometimes people feel that they're almost like not a human. Call it starseed or galactic being, because you do share galactic energy with so much out there and on this planet as well. Everything is energy. It is all intertwining, as well as your DNA. Everything we're doing is to upgrade the DNA to at least the 12 strands to be compatible with this fifth-dimensional light body, and then move forward into the lighter body where the physical, dense as you would have in third-dimensional plane, would not be needed. All your inner work is never in vain. You're working on yourself for yourself. So every time you think you're being kind to other people for nothing, it's never for nothing. It's for you. Everything you are doing is helping you move forward, become better and better version of yourself, becoming closer and closer to understanding what source light is. It is the remembrance where you're coming from, this time more conscious, where you will be given treasures and trust in wisdom to continue and co-create. Just like you are managing your home, and perhaps even managing a business, or 2 or 3. Imagine managing a plane. How about managing a whole galaxy? Managing a universe? This is how big of a job you're moving towards. And you may think, well, I don't want any of that, I just want to relax and have a peaceful life. That's the thing. When you reunite with yourself, that true isness of who you are, it is like being on vacation. By then, you are in the plane of unity, where it is not difficult, it is not feeling like against the flow, or others against you. It feels more in unison with everything around you, and everything surrounding you, and everything you want flowing to you effortlessly. In order to get there, this is what you are doing, constantly working on yourself. And it does require a lot of work, because we are in a plane of contrast. So you will have consciously or subconsciously, unconsciously, things being drawn to you, or people, maybe to show you what's going on within you. There is one thing that I remember Arcturian said: you will always make it, because there can't be any other way. So, make a wish. Some of you maybe believe in resolutions, some of you don't. Doesn't matter. But we have linear time for a reason. Write down things you wanted maybe to accomplish this year. You might start writing and then you'll say, well, I actually forgot. Maybe I never made any resolutions. Well, to become more responsible with your time and energy, become your time and energy manager. Manage it wisely. For example, in order to align with your light body, and it's very light, it is important for your physical body to be clean inside and out. This is when you'll have to start organ cleansing, parasite cleansing, metal cleanse, replenishing with multivitamins, minerals, and everything that your body needs, to learning to eat more of fresh, living foods, drinking clean water, and work with clean energies. It could be crystals, it could be sacred geometry, could be nature patterns. Pick, choose whatever works for you. It may change, it may grow. You are doing it to come closer to understanding of who you truly are, hence inner work. Because you are doing it on behalf of your ancestors, on behalf of your loved ones, on behalf of your previous incarnations, those energies will be helping you too, along with your higher self, your future self, your guidance team. There are many who are helping you. You are doing it for the whole creation of all. And like Joshua said, there are a lot. Not just human, not just animal kingdom. There are a lot. Remembering where you come from requires lots of quieting the mind. Observing your energy field between breaths. Observing how your mind is operating in stillness. It is still, which means you will start seeing illusion, and you will start seeing what is real. You will start seeing the grid that is around you, maybe around your neighborhood. You will start seeing the pattern of the matrix of this third-dimensional realm. It's got many names, so I don't want you to get attached to any trigger words I say. Try to read between the lines, that would be even better. The matrix world is constantly rearranging and changing itself to keep up with the ascension path, because in order to keep itself alive, it has to metamorphosize to continuously be visible, be feelable for the Lightworker. That's why with every year you have more of the shiny, more of the new, in order to make you become more busy. And it's going to become so much where you will think that that is the ascension. Because the matrix state is going to do anything it can to sustain itself. It is like using energy of a battery. It cannot live without energy being put into it. So because the light workers are waking up to their inner self, it has to pretend as well to be that quote-unquote light, for the light worker to think that that's light in order to continue feeding it. It requires a lot of wisdom and a lot of inner mastery to not be pulled into it, to not be fooled by it. And even when you do, and if you do, to have strength and courage to stay sovereign. Sovereignty means strength and independence. Thinking for yourself independently, not being influenced to the point where you think other people's opinions or other programmings pretend to be your opinions. For example, things that are cool. Ladies, what's up with those long nails, fake eyelashes, fake whatever? Natural is very attractive, as well as natural behavior, natural glance, natural way to speak, authentic, the real you. We're so indoctrinated by peer pressure, by culture, by family, by the circle around us, to act according to what others perceive that is good for us, or perceive how we should act and do. So this artificial, for example, fashion, telling you how to dress, telling you how to act, is all around. When you walk into a store, it's in your face. This is what to wear. And it will give you a little bit of colors to make you feel like you're making a choice, but you're not. And then it will give you some convenience to make you feel like you're free. But are you? And so it's continuous. Then there are holidays, then there are things to spend more energy on, just to get away from knowing who you are. If you can remember, your ancient civilizations practiced rituals differently. It was all to bring in the divine into the physical. It was all reconciling within. It was all to project the cosmic and self into one, bringing it all into one. It is celebrating the unity, the union. Why is it that many of you get so excited to hear or read messages from the galactics, or extraterrestrials, interdimensionals, archangels? Because you know that they will be authentic, that they are not going to be drawn by shiny or something new, because they're so connected to their self. Why do you feel safer around them than around a human? Because the human might have certain agenda that maybe extraterrestrial won't have. But the thing is, it's important to think for yourself, because there are some that might have agenda, but it's not about that. It's about you standing in your strength. This universe has its own rules. There is only so much that can be done to you, for you, whatever. But at the end of the day, you are responsible for your own thoughts. You are responsible for your own behavior. In this year, there's going to be a lot of action, a lot of fun, depending on how you look at it. Definitely emotional roller coaster, 2020 with 2022 on steroids, for sure. So get ready. And it is not about gossip. It is not about even trending news out there, whether it's true or it's a CGI or it's fake or it was simulated. It's not about that. It's to do anything possible to keep the Lightworker away from carrying their light and trailblazing. It has never been about individual, human. It has been, can a human carry its torch back to its divine self? So when the human experienced intervention that wasn't so pleasant, many volunteered from out there, to come in and help. And then they got involved with all the bling, shiny. No judgment. We've had many lifetimes. That's why it is so difficult to get out of it. Because it's continuously pulling you back in. So it requires lots of wisdom, self-control, willpower to come out of that. The second you wake up, and not from the eye opening to put your feet on the floor, but actually when the energy comes into the base of your skull, so you start remembering which reality you are coming back to, because you have to remember which role you're playing here. Some realities are going to merge and meld, where when you wake up, you will still feel that you are in a dream state. This is because the veil is thinning, as well as the unity consciousness is becoming stronger, as well as new energies pumping in, as well as the planet evolving. You can either work on yourself to catch up, or you could do it later, whenever you are ready. The reason why the galactics are helping us out so much is because of the urgency. So nobody knows the linear time, nor does it matter, because it is all done. In this reality, we're just catching up. I don't know if you've ever experienced deja vu which lasts a couple of seconds or even longer, where it's surreal. And sometimes it could be a few during the day. This is proof to you that you already lived this. By the way, don't be afraid to change something. If you already know what's going to happen, and if you think that you're going to change something, it will go wrong. No, it won't. Don't be afraid to work with this. That's why you are here, to alchemize. It is your job to transmute. Many light workers think that they're supposed to be regurgitating what other people already did. No, it is like passing a baton. So instead of regurgitating, because information that was given, let's say 30, 40, 50 years ago, a lot of light workers are using this information and claiming as if it's theirs, and releasing it under disguise that, oh, this is brand new, just came through. But it's not. It was given to those who did hard work to achieve that level of information. So use discernment. The Lightworker is here to bring in the new, innovation, your own, not to take other people's stuff and use it and as if claiming it that is yours, but make your own. You are here to co-create. If you don't create, you cannot fulfill your mission. Why is it that your gifts, your talents are waking up and you feel like you want to channel a message, or channel a painting, or channel a song? Why is it that you are starting to speak the light language or the gibberish that you don't understand? Because you are encouraged to bring in the new. It is not going to be new to you because you are bringing your own from your past lives or parallel realities in other planes, star systems, that is given to you by your own guides, by your own spiritual family. So it is not going to be new to you, but it's going to be new maybe to the earthling. Either way, it is all to continue moving forward. At that time, 30, 40, 50 years ago, that information was compatible, and now it's not enough. This is why people feel hungry and they're always coming back for more, because information has to now contain more of that meat and potatoes. So it is important that the light worker starts moving into the making their own instead of breadcrumbing the rest of the population, the rest of their following. Because when you're breadcrumbing, you're not allowing yourself to evolve and expand. In order to be given more, you have to give more. When you're breadcrumbing because maybe you want the clicks, or you want more views, whichever way, you are enslaving another person's psyche. And what you're doing is repeating your Atlantean incarnation, where you achieved higher consciousness state, and instead of helping it for the highest good of all, for humanity, you started enslaving them mentally. So if the agenda is for clicks and for sensationalizing certain words, that ton ton ton, solar flush is coming, ton ton ton, the end, all of that. When you sensationalize, you're making the other person's energy get triggered into fight or flight. The person is responsible for being fooled. You're responsible for fooling. When deep within, you might even think that you're doing the right thing. But every day you live and you're seeing that you're using somebody else's information and pretending like you're doing the right thing. How about yours? You like to eat food. Imagine if you've been feeding, you're following the same foods day by day. Now bring in your own flavor. Don't be afraid to do what you are here to do. It will require time, it will require efforts, and it might be that you will get less of the clicks and less of the views. You know why? Because you will make another person think that they should now think for themselves in that spare time. This competition thing is nothing new. Humanity isn't doing anything new. The Matrix is doing new because it's feeding off the Lightworker energy of that competition and is doing a great job about it. So when you say that you want to escape this Matrix and you want to transcend it, then it is important that you do something other than what you've been doing for many incarnations. This new that we're moving into, if you were to tune in deeper, you will know it's not so new. The reason why I always say that new old, is to trigger different parts of your brain to connect. There's going to be a lot of information that is going to pull the Lightworker away from doing what they're here to do. The focus has always been on the Lightworker, Lightbringer, Trailblazer, the Chosen One, whatever. It has never been on someone who is not interested in this. The whole focus to use the energy is not of a backdrop, but of a Lightworker, of someone who is interested in their inner work, who is questioning their reality. The Matrix world is going to, and has been, using your energy to sustain itself. Every time you follow it, you're making it bigger, so it's going to self-replicate and metamorphosize to present to you its new version, because it knows your pattern of buying into it. This is when the Bible says being in this world but not of this world is not easy. But some of you are here because you wanted to help out. So it is time that you do your own authentic, unique work. Never underestimate your abilities. It is not about what you see in the physical sense. It's about the souls. It's about helping on a soul level, because that's the whole idea of the follower and the leader. The reason why a follower is a follower, because the follower will always follow and will never contribute. The leader needs to lead because the leader contributes. And imagine if we're all leaders. What does that make of us? It makes a sovereign civilization. It means civilization graduating into a new state of consciousness, into a new state of beingness. That is what we're doing. This whole ascension is to make you and you and you and everyone a leader of your own mind, a leader of your own thoughts, of your own opinions, something that not all of us have, our own. Have you ever asked someone for their opinion and the answer would be, I don't know, I don't care, I don't know. When you don't have an opinion, it is like you are allowing everything around you rule you. So you are not standing in your sovereignty. And you might ask, so who cares? That's the thing, you're the one who's supposed to care. Because it's your life. It is your path. It is your body. And again, it is your life. You will continue doing this until you get into that higher state of consciousness so that you could realize who you truly are, to realize that if you don't move forward, you will have to repeat the same thing over and over again, because there is no choice. You can only move forward. If you don't move forward, you will repeat. Now, while repeating, you have free will. But when you graduate from repeating, there is no free will. The only desire is to move forward and expand. When you get to that level, you will realize how important it is for the whole collective and the civilization to continue going higher. Why is it that when you channel Ascended Masters, or let's say Arcturians, they always refer to them as we? Because that's what happens. You don't see yourself as an individual, I, my. It is us. It is we as in union, as in unity. Now, during these holidays, when you go out, start observing. Do you think humanity is ready to walk as we? Actually caring for another, knowing that another is an extension of you. But it has to start from somewhere. It starts with you, the Lightworker, the volunteer. It has to start with your authenticity in every area of your life. And that includes your personal relationship with yourself, relationships with others, perhaps even your entrepreneur business, and everything else. This new year is going to be enjoyable if you are learning to enjoy yourself. If you're still in a self-hating mode, you're not going to enjoy this year much. So by now, I hope that you've had enough points taken. I hope that by the end of this year, you will have a list of what to do and perhaps what to graduate from for a better version of you. You're not doing it for anybody else, as in separation. You're doing it for the unity of the overall collective civilization. See how the language is limited? It's difficult to speak something that doesn't sound like contradiction. That's why I say, listen to the music of the message. I truly hope that this year my material helped. I thank you so much for doing your inner work. Each one of you is making this plane a better place, a better frequency. Thank you for everything you do, and thank you for finding value in my material. I'm not saying it to sound like thank you for noticing me. I'm saying it because it is important to use your energy wisely. If you find something valuable, take it. But if you don't see value in something, move on. Stop wasting time on something that is not needed. There's a lot of time and energy wasted each day, and each of those could be used for the betterment of our civilization. I thank you, and I hope that you will celebrate yourself. Like Archangel Michael says, we're celebrating you. Celebrate that this year you've done everything you can to become a better version of you, and now you know what you need to do next year. And it's not about 1 year, because you may jump timelines. When you jump timelines, it is so fun. Thank you. Wishing you lots of love, grace, peace, kindness, compassion, freedom, all good that is divine. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Till next time, blessings.